Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we have such an exciting show as we're going to grab some canned tuna, boxed pasta, and a couple other basic pantry staples. We'll make a dish that you can enjoy any time of the year, but it's extra special during the warmer weather as it's perfect to take on a picnic. We're talking a creamy tuna pasta salad. And let me tell you, this dish has layer upon layer of so many simple yet delicious flavors. It's easy to make, where there's no tricky techniques or weird equipment needed. And the best part, it's all done in about 20 minutes. Folks, serve this tuna pasta salad as a side dish, next to a sandwich, or even as a main course, as it certainly has enough protein. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill you with so much goodness. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. The Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, which we're going to be using in today's recipe, and all the spices you need to make all your favorite Spanish recipes, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems, that way you can always perfectly cook your paella. Folks, visit Tienda.com, let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there, and make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to fill a stock pot with some water. You want to go to a little over the halfway point. Then we'll season generously with sea salt and heat it with a high heat. While the water's heating, let's prep our pasta. I'm going to measure 8 ounces of elbow macaroni, which is 225 grams. You can use whatever pasta you want here. I just prefer thicker cuts of pasta for this recipe, such as elbow macaroni, bow tie, or penne pasta, as they cling on better to the tuna salad. Once the water comes to a boil, we'll add in the pasta. And we're going to cook it until it's just al dente. Important to check the package instructions in the pasta you're using. That way you cook it right on the money. And you don't have to mix the pasta around continuously, but do it every 2 minutes or so. That way it doesn't stick together and it all evenly cooks. Once the pasta is just cooked al dente, we'll remove the stock pot from the heat and drain the pasta into a colander. While the pasta is cooling, let's start making our tuna salad. I'm going to drain 2 cans of tuna in olive oil into a fine sieve with a bowl underneath. Size of the cans I'm using are 4 ounces, which is 110 grams each. Link where you get the Spanish tuna I'm using in the description box below. And we'll gently flake the tuna. And as for the drained olive oil from the tuna, we're not going to use it in this recipe, but by all means don't toss it, as you can use it as a salad dressing, or even to make some delicious scrambled eggs. Then we'll transfer the tuna into a large bowl, along with a generous half cup of mayonnaise, which is 150 grams. I'm using low fat, but you can also use full fat, or even non-fat if you like. 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, which is 15 grams. 1/3 cup of chopped red onion, which is 50 grams. Finely grate in 1 clove of garlic. As always, if you don't have a grater, you can just finely chop it. 1 celery stick that's been thinly sliced. 1/4 cup of chopped dill pickles, which is 35 grams. And squeeze in 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice, which is 10 milliliters. Then we'll season with sea salt and a generous portion of freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. Then we'll move back to the pasta. Once it's cool enough to handle, we'll add it into the bowl with the tuna salad. And we'll give it one final mix until everything's well mixed together. And you can serve this at room temperature or even chilled, as it'll hold for up to 3 to 4 days in the fridge. Either way, make sure when you serve it, you top it off with some chopped chives. Check it out, our creamy tuna pasta salad is done. Easy to make, simple ingredients, and all done in about 20 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, a creamy tuna pasta salad. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to try it. A little bit of everything. Here we go. One more bite. I'm telling you, I've had a lot of tuna pasta salads in my life, but this one right here sits above the rest of them, as the combination of ingredients that we use truly takes it to the next level. Easy to make, done in a little over 20 minutes. Give it a try at home, perfect for any time of the year. Once again, as a side dish or even as a main course. Either way, the kind of food that's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Dr. Michael Barvitz, Clarence Bolin, Martin Giddings, and Aravinda Garimea. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.